What's going on, Pokemon Masters? PokemonTripHD here. We are back today with some more TBU action. This is the TBU, the Battle Union. I said the TBU, you know what I mean. It's the Battle Union Week 1, and we're going up against Josh, aka Squirtacular, aka Milkshake's coach of the Slateport Vale. We are the Dallas Staravias, and this is going to be a great match. As you can see, this is post because the match couldn't be live because I didn't have too much time to do it live. My parents were home too. And just Thanksgiving preparations, all that stuff. We had this match a while ago, not Thanksgiving, but the reason there's no face cam is because of Thanksgiving, because I need to prepare and all that stuff. Well, you guys are seeing this, Thanksgiving's already done, so breaking the fourth wall here, but oh well. So let's just get right into the team preview. So if you missed out on the analysis, we have a Banded Snorlax, a Dragonance, Dragonite, a bulky Celebi to take on the Latias, a Choice Scarf Breloom, a Lefties Arcanine, bulky, and a Banded Scizor. So that's our team, and his team, he has a Staraptor, a Latias, an Aromatisse, a Porygon Z, a Manaphy, and a Mega Absol. Regular Absol, but it's Mega. So that's his team. First things I noticed, no Mamoswine, which is perfect. No Scolipede, which is whatever. No Virizion, which is whatever. And no Miltank, which is pretty cool, but that kind of makes Roar a little bit useless. We can still Roar out and possibly bring in the Staraptor if we get up rocks, which would be pretty good. But honestly, Roar is pretty useless, and Toxic would have been amazing because we could Toxic 5 out of 6 Pokemon on his team, and his only Heal Beller is possibly Manaphy or the Aromatisse. It's most likely going to be the Aromatisse. So another thing we noticed is that Celebi is going to be pretty hard for him to take down besides the Absol and the Staraptor. Those are really his two things to take down Celebi, and Energy Ball, just kind of good. I mean, it's resisted by 2 Pokemon, but on the other 4 Pokemon, it does a decent amount of damage because Aromatisse is expected to be defensive because we have a lot of physically offensive Pokemon, not too many specially offensive Pokemon. So it's most likely a physically defensive Aromatisse by the looks of things. And yeah, so in the original plan, we're going to lead off with Banded Snorlax, and we're going to get a kill because Banded Snorlax OHKOs or 2 KOs every single thing on his team, and it OHKOs 4 Pokemon on his team right now. It OHKOs the Absol, it OHKOs the Porygon Z, it OHKOs the Staraptor, and depending on if the Latias is invested in HP or defense, it would OHKO. If he's not invested, it would OHKO. If he is invested, it will not OHKO. So it won't OHKO Manaphy, and it won't OHKO Aromatisse, even if they're like specially defensive or something random. It won't OHKO either of them, but it has a chance. It OHKOs 3, and it has a chance to OHKO a 4th. So Banded Snorlax pretty darn good. But Banded Snorlax 2 KOs everything on his team at least. So we're definitely gonna open up Banded Snorlax. And like I said, win cons are Scizor and Dragonite. So if we can find an opportunity to set up with Dragonite, we basically win because his possible Scarfers are Manaphy, Porygon Z, Latias, or Staraptor. Those are his possible Scarfers. I doubt the Manaphy is going to be Scarfed because it has setup, and that's its main use. Staraptor is most likely Scarfed. Latias could be Scarfed, but judging by how his team is laid out, I don't think it's Scarfed. Porygon Z could also be Scarfed, but it looks more like Specs by the way his team is shaping up. So I think it's about time to get right into this battle. Let's go. Let's go. Like I said, no face cam because I need to prepare for Thanksgiving and all that stuff, and I just don't have enough time to edit in face cam and yada, yada, yada. So we're going to lead off with Taylor Swift, our Snorlax, as he leads off with Xerif, the Mega Absol. So this is perfect. We basically double edge right now and get a kill. He cannot take out Snorlax with any move. He may try taunting or something. I don't know if Absol even gets taunt, but he may try taunting so that we can't curse up on him, because if he superpowers and we curse, we basically get off a ton of damage. We could possibly sweep too. Instead, he just goes for a knockoff, knocks off our choice band, but I did go for the double edge instead of the return because double edge is guaranteed to knock him out even without, actually it's not guaranteed, it does 96% min. So but it knocks him out. Thankfully, we do take some recoil damage, and my laptop just got really bright. Why did you get really bright? And now it's not bright. I don't know what that was. But anyways, he brings out the Porygon Z just to revenge kill. We don't really have a safe swap, so we're going to sack off the Snorlax. Now, this Porygon Z is a pretty big threat. We don't have much to take this thing on. So what I'm going to do is go out into our Breloom. We see the Life Orb, so we know Breloom's going to outspeed, and we can go for a Bullet Seed or a Force Palm. I decided to go for the safe Force Palm because we have a chance to Para, and it's still going to do a decent amount to anything. We can scout an item if possible. We can scout if this thing has lefties, which we don't see lefties. So I'm assuming Life Orb, Specs, it could be Expert Belt, it could be Safety Goggles because he brought it in pretty darn safely on the Breloom. So it's most likely going to be Safety Goggles. He goes for Dragon Breath, which is crazy. And we see he's not Life Orb, he's not Specs. Awesome. But Dragon Breath, wow. Wow, Dragon Breath. So that's definitely a thing. He goes for the Toxic, so we already know 2 of his sets. We know he's not Scarfed because he did switch up his moves. So Dragonite is clear on that front. This thing's not Scarfed. Now we just need to check. We know Porygon's not Scarfed either. We just need to check if the Staraptor or the Manaphy is Scarfed. We know Aromatisse isn't going to be Scarfed, so we need to see if the Staraptor or Manaphy is Scarfed. If one of them are Scarfed, we got to take him out. And then Dragonite pretty much has a field day with the rest of his team. So Celebi's Toxic. We have Natural Cure, we have Heal Bell, so I'm just going to decide to swap out into Lily, the Arcanine. If we had Toxic, this is where I kind of made a misplay. I forgot that, because I originally had Toxic, but I changed it to Roar. I assumed I still have Toxic, so I switched into Lily, but then once I switched in, I looked and I said, oh yeah, Roar. That's a thing. So I decided, hey, let's just go for Roar right now. He's going to Dragon Breath. Hasn't been any Paras so far, but he gets the Para. Finally, and it kind of stinks. And he gets a full Para, which is like, wow, are you serious? So Para, full Para, definitely stinks. Definitely stinks. I think we got our rocks with Celebi too. I didn't mention that. We got our rocks with Celebi when we switched it in. We went for rocks, and then we switched out to Arcanine. So there's that. I decided to go for a Roar again. Maybe this time we can get the Roar. If he brings the Manaphy, which is great because he's taking rocks damage, which is perfect. He takes 12% right there from the rocks, and he's going to take another 12% when he gets in. His possible defogger is Latias. We saw Dragon Breath, and we saw Toxic on Latias so far. So we know 2 of his moves. The other 2 moves may be like Roost / Recover and then Defog. If that's a set, then that's a decent set, I guess. Scizor can just beat that though if that's a set. Aromatisse gets brought in and then swap right back out. We go for a Roar because why not? But we get Parried. We get Parried, so that definitely stinks. We could have gotten another 12% on something, but we got Parried again already. I think that's two Paras. Twice we got Parried. So we have to swap. I don't want to take a water type move. We're going to go to Celebi. Celebi eats up a hit. If he goes for Tail Glow, that would definitely stink. Thankfully, he doesn't, though. He goes just for a Scald. If we get burned, oh well. It means he can't Toxic us with Latias, as we do get burned. But it's oh well. It means Latias cannot Toxic us, but burned, it definitely stinks. It's going to be residual damage, which we do not want. Like, we don't like it. We don't want residual damage. So he's going to withdraw Juvia. I believe I went for the Energy Ball, or maybe I went for the Recover. What did I go for? It brings out the Aromatisse, though. Let's see what I went for. I went for the Energy Ball. Yes, I went for the Energy Ball just to scout how much it would do, and it actually does a pretty decent chunk of damage. It doesn't do all too much, but it does a pretty decent chunk, and we don't see lefties. We do not see the lefties, so right away I'm thinking, okay, no lefties. He's either Safety Goggles for Breloom, or he is Babiri Berry for a Steel type move, because we have Scizor, so he might be Babiri Berry. So we got to keep that in mind. He goes for the Wish, and I predict the Protect here. I guess in hindsight, I should have just Energy Balled, but I predict the Protect, so I decided to go for my Recover, and I guess he predicts that nicely, and he goes for an attack instead of going for the Protect. As he goes for the Moonblast, I guess just to gauge how much it does. It's going to do little to nothing, though, and my laptop got really bright again. Why? And now it's not bright. I don't know. This is weird. This is a really long battle also. I'm sorry, this is a really long battle. It's like 43 turns, so sorry about that. So if we Energy Balled on the previous turn, this Aromatisse would have been gone, and we would not have had to worry about it. But instead, it's still around, so that kind of stinks. He goes for a Wish. We're just probably going to go for another Energy Ball this time, because we're not sure if he even has Protect. All we've seen is Wish and Moonblast, so he may not be carrying the Protect. I'm not really all too sure. He's going to withdraw, which is kind of crazy, because he's going to go out to something, which is kind of just whatever. I believe I went for the Recover, predicting him to swap, I think, or did I go for Energy Ball? I went for the Recover, yeah. I went for the Recover, predicting him to swap, just so we can get back our HP that we lost from Burn and Moonblast and yada yada yada. So Staraptor's in, takes rocks, and then the Wish comes true, so he's back up to full health. And now we have to go out to our Arcanine right now. Arcanine is paralyzed, but we get to scout whether this thing is banded or scarfed. If he's banded, then oh well, we're gonna lose our Arcanine right here. If he's scarfed, then we can't take two. We can't take two Brave Birds. So he's gonna go for the Brave Bird. Now let's see, is this scarfed or banded? Because those are really the only two items. He might be Life Orb, but scarfed or banded is really the main things. And that does a pretty good chunk, but that looks to be scarfed damage, and it looks like he got a high roll with that Brave Bird. So we should be able to live the next Brave Bird. It does 82 damage max, I believe. So we have a good chance of living this Brave Bird if he is scarfed. goes for the Brave Bird, and we live. He gets 78, which is almost max, and we barely live. And I went for the Morning Sun, but we got paralyzed. Yay, we got paralyzed. If we went for the Morning Sun there, we would have gotten back just about 100 HP and would have been able to easily live the next one, but whatever. So we lose. I go for the E-Speed just to get off some damage. He goes up to the Aromatisse. Now this is perfect. We get to take out this Aromatisse right now because 2 E-Speeds will be enough to take it out, but we get paralyzed, which is terrible. So now I'm going to go for the Roar because I am expecting him to go for the Morning Sun. We can roar him out, or not the Morning Sun, the Wish. We can roar him out because I know he's probably going to expect the Morning Sun. We can roar him out, and this thing won't get the Wish. But we get paralyzed again! Wow! Again, we get paralyzed. So that definitely stinks. And I believe now I went for the Morning Sun because the Moonblast is not going to be enough to take us out. It does 32 damage max. But, would you guess it? He gets a critical hit with the Moonblast. And that's terrible. The crit on the Moonblast takes out the Arcanine. It wouldn't have taken us out. It does 32 damage max. So we would have definitely lived that. But the crit takes us out. And I definitely stink, so I got into the Scizor. I want to scout if he's Babiri Berry, because if he stays in, he's definitely Babiri Berry. So I go for the U-turn. I also want to scout for the possible HP Fire, because it doesn't get Flamethrower. HP Fire is its only Fire type special move that it gets. So U-turn out into Celebi, as he does go for the Empire Fire. So he's 100% Babiri Berry HP Fire. Because with the Babiri Berry, a Banded Bullet Punch only does around 35-ish%, somewhere around there. 35-40%, somewhere around there. So it's pretty darn bulky if you give it up a Babiri Berry. But he's going to withdraw, which is pretty good because I believe next time he comes back into Rocks, he will not be able to take a Bullet Punch. I did go for the Energy Ball because it was just my safest play. And he goes out to the Latias, which is going to be a pain for us to take out since we do not have much to take it out. Which I don't know why he brought this set on the Latias that he did, because he goes for the Recover right now. So we know Recover, Toxic, Dragon Breath. And we're not sure what its last move is just yet, but it doesn't look like to be Defog, because he would have defogged these rocks away if it was Defog, right? So he's bringing a really weird set on this Latias. I'm not sure why he brought this set, because it gets walled by Florges, but goes for the Toxic, misses. Doesn't really matter at all because I can just Heal Bell it off. In hindsight, I guess instead of sacking off Arcanine, even though I didn't want to sack Arcanine, it just kind of happened. I could have Heal Belled with Celebi and then brought Arcanine back in and then went for Morning Sun, but that would just be way too, like, it would be down to the circumstance. It's too whatever. So I swap out to Scizor because I want to scout if he has HP Fire, and he goes for the HP Fire, predicting that, which is a great play. I wanted to scout for the HP Fire after bringing Scizor in on a Dragon Breath, not bringing Scizor in on the HP Fire. So that kind of stinks. He goes to the HP Fire again, doesn't really do much, does just about as much as Dragon Breath. Does a little bit more than Dragon Breath, but you get the point. So Celebi's in, and this kind of is gonna be a little bit solid right here. We need to find a way to. We just need to find. I don't even know. Like, we need to find a way to wear this thing down. I don't know. It's just this Latias is really hard for us to take down without Toxic, because I did remove Toxic on Arcanine. Had we had Toxic, it would have been so much easier. But if Arcanine was around, it would also be so much easier to wear down this Latias, because Latias can't really do much to us except Toxic. But yeah, so we're gonna go for the Heal Bell. We're gonna heal up the Celebi, reveal the Heal Bell. So he knows our entire set. We have Recover, Stealth Rocks, Heal Bell, and Energy Ball. So he knows our entire set. I do want to keep some more Energy Ball PP around for the Manaphy, because if Manaphy gets up a Tail Glow, it's gonna be a problem. I know we do have Breloom, but just in case, I would love to keep an Energy Ball around. He goes for the Dragon Breath, gets the Para and the full Para. Guess it doesn't really matter, because in the end, it's just gonna be pretty solid here. I need to swap out soon though, because it doesn't look like we're going to be winning this battle. He actually withdraws here, and he goes out into easy peasy the Porygon Z. So Porygon Z's back in, and I went for, I think I went for Energy Ball there, but we get parried, so that definitely stinks. And now I say, wait a minute. He's going to try taking us out. He goes for Conversion, which is really weird, but he's going to try taking us out now. I go for the Energy Ball first because I want to get a good enough damage to where an E-Speed from Dragonite will be able to take him out for sure. And now I'm thinking, okay, we can set up with Dragonite and win right now, because we have a Yachi Berry on Dragonite. We can take an Ice Beam, and Tri-Attack's not going to do too much. He's going to Tri-Attack. It's going to do a lot, and I'm scared right now because I don't think the next Tri-Attack is going to be enough to take out Celebi. And if he takes 2 more Life Orb hits, I'm not sure if he's going to live both of them, so that Dragonite can set up a Dragon Dance. Because all he has left is this thing, Staraptor, a Latias, Manaphy, and Aromatisse. Aromatisse is really, really low. Staraptor after rocks is going to be at around 50%, maybe under 50%. And so Latias is going to go down to a +1 Dragon Claw for sure, unless it's Haban Berry, which I'm pretty sure it's not because it's probably safety goggles. This thing is going to go down to an E-Speed. Aromatisse is really low. It's going to go down to an Iron Head. And Manaphy is low enough to where +1 Dragon Claw is a roll to kill it. But he tri-attacks and gets the Para. Gets the Para with tri-attack. The Para with tri-attack. And right there, that basically seals the matchup because we cannot win this anymore. The reason I didn't go for E-Speed first was because he could have just brought out the Latias and it would have been a 30% chance to Para with Dragon Breath. So the odds were more in his favor had we just killed him and him gone out to Latias. So I go for the E-Speed here and we get parried. E-Speed is a roll to take out this Aromatisse from where he was at, but we get parried. And Moonblast is a roll to kill us too right now, but wouldn't you know it, it kills. So that definitely stinks. And this match is long gone. We can't win this match anymore from that para because had we not gone parried, we won because this thing would go down to a +1 Iron Head even after this because as you can see, a +1, or not a plus, well, yeah, I guess a +1 because a Banded Bullet Punch takes him out. So that means a Banded Iron Head would take him out. So I don't know. He did have a Berry, so Iron Head would have taken him out a +1 if the Bullet Punch did, which it did. So it definitely stinks because we would have won. I'm not sure if this Manaphy scarfed or whatnot, but if he was scarfed, we have a Yachi Berry, so Ice Beam wouldn't take us out. It would just, we would have won without the para. I'm definitely mad about him getting the para because now we definitely lose because I'm sure Latias is safety goggles. At +1, he goes down to a Dragon Claw. He's not Haban Berry. Manaphy, it's a roll to take him out with a Dragon Claw. If he's scarfed, he's going to Ice Beam. We're going to live it. We have a Yachi Berry, Dragon Claw, E-Speed, take him out. Staraptor goes down to a +1 E-Speed from where he's at because it does minimum 60%. Aromatisse would have went down. It's just, we would have won right there had we just not gotten parried, but oh well. It's the name of the game. I am definitely mad about the para. He gets the burn on Skull too on Breloom, which happened a turn or two ago, which definitely stinks. His only chance to win was to go out to Breloom, not get burned, and then Bullet Seed. But yeah, so we definitely lost this match. I'm definitely mad about the para because I definitely think we would have won. But oh well, it's the game that we play. 10% chance to para on tri-attack, and it happened. I guess I could have ran Lumberry if I didn't want to get status from tri-attack. So I guess it's my fault for not running Lumberry. But yeah, so we definitely lose this match here. We have basically no chance of winning especially after the burn with Scald. But I feel like there's way too much hacks in this match. It wasn't really a fair match in my opinion because he had so many paras on us with Dragon Breath. He parried Arcanine so many times. Like I can't even count how many times he parried Dragonite. He parried with Tri-Attack on the Dragonite. He got a crit Moonblast on Arcanine, which knocked us out. It was just in the crit matter too. It was just, it's really annoying that happened, but I mean, I can't really do much about it. And here is the last turn. We lose 3-0. I'm surprised we only lost 3-0 with all the hacks that happened, but that's going to be the end of the match. Good game to Josh, I guess. It was a good match. We would have won had we just not gotten parried, but oh well, it happens. Next week, we are taking on the New York Shelmets and Super Gassy, so that's going to be a great match. Thoughts about this match, last minute thoughts. I don't know. I'm not really salty because it happens. It's the game that we play. Paras happen. But I'm just mad because I wanted to see Dragonite do good, but oh well. Jade, it happens. Don't worry, girl. It happens, Jade. So that's gonna be the match. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. We lose in a 3-0 fashion. He had Staraptor, Latias, and Manaphy around. So 3-0, we lose. And kills, I think Snorlax got a kill, Dragonite got a kill, and Scizor got a kill. Scizor got a kill on the Aromatisse. So great game, Josh. And that's going to be it. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you enjoyed, leave a like rating down below because that thumb needs 11. Let me know your thoughts on the match in the comment section down below. Things I could have done better, things I could have done worse. If you had Toxic on Arcanine, things would have been so much easier. But alas, we did not have Toxic. We had Roar for the Miltank, which he didn't even bring. So definitely stinks. That's going to be it. Like I said, leave a like rating down below if you enjoyed it. And it makes me feel a little bit better about this terrible loss. And yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. Have yourselves a great day. And until next time, have a nice trip.